Alright guys, we'll start our first class with Titans and artifacts. Artifacts really. Now before we continue, what are artifacts? Artifacts are actually special items that we equip to our heroes to give them an advantage, to make them stronger. Now let me go back to our heroes. I'll come to the hero tab here. I'll click on hero and then let me select a random hero. Let's say Blood Emperor. I can select him. Now if you look over to the right, you'll see these three lockets here. 1, 2, 3. Now the first one here and this last one are actually lockets for his artifacts. This and this. Why this is for his medallion. So now if you click on this here, these are artifacts that you can equip to this hero. You understand? So I can go ahead and just pick maybe a random artifact to equip to him. And we need to understand something. Artifacts are also classed into four categories. You understand? If I click on artifacts here and then I click on artifacts here, so let me come to fusion over here. Now these are the classes of artifacts. We have the magic, we have the rare, we have the epic, and we have the legendary. You understand? So these are the four classes of artifacts, and each class is better than the previous class. So right now we are in the magic. That is this green artifact you are seeing. These are the most common artifacts you can find in the game. Now I will advise you, don't equip these artifacts. Why? Because they cost the amount of silver you spend in upgrading them is actually not worth it. And then by the time you get a better artifact, you need gold. You need gold to actually equip a better artifact to this. So don't waste your time. Just leave all these green artifacts. In a later video, I will show you what we use them for. Now if I come to rare, that's the blue ones. Are you seeing them? These ones are better than the green ones, the magic. So after the blue ones, you can equip blue. Yes, you can equip blue, especially if you're a new player or a free-to-pay player. After blue, we have the epic. This epic here. Are you seeing them? They are purple. These ones now are more powerful artifacts with more perks and sub perks. I will explain to you what those mean later. And then we have the greatest legendary. So as you can see, I only have 2 legendary artifacts. It's very hard to get this artifact legendary. So yeah, that is that about that. Now let's talk about perks. Let me just go ahead and select this artifact. For example, this artifact is called the Bone Ring, and I've equipped it to, who is this? Maria from the Crimson Order. Now when you look at this artifact, look at its main perk here. That is its main advantage. You understand? So if you equip this artifact to your hero, what is the advantage? This is the main one. Heal over time. Now if you click on it, see what they say. The hero's HP is restored by 10% every turn. That means anytime it gets to the turn of Maria to attack, she will restore what? 10% of her HP. Do you understand? That is very beautiful. Now look at the affinity power. Now what is affinity power? Affinity power is the acceptance of a hero to what? To an artifact. If the affinity power of a hero to an artifact is 4, that means the 4 sub perks you are seeing down here can be applied to that hero. But over here, Maria's affinity power to this artifact is 3. That's why I saying 3 here. So as you can see, only this first 1, 2, 3, 3 sub packs are available. This fourth one is locked. Do you understand? So now I've clicked on this artifact. It is showing you the heroes that you can give this artifact to and the affinity level. So are you seeing 3? Maria's affinity level to this artifact is 3. This is Utsuma as the timer, also 3. This is Virashan, also 3. This is Arcane. Arcane is 2. Now, if I click on Arcane, you notice what happened? Look over here. This is Arcane, right? Our affinity power to this equipment is 2. That is why only these first 2 are selected. The third one is locked. The fourth one is locked. Do you understand? So when selecting an artifact, try and give it to heroes that have the highest affinity level to that artifact, so that you can make the most out of the artifact and the hero. You understand? So let's go back to the artifact. Let me go back. Okay, legendary. Now this another artifact here. When I click on this artifact, now look at something. This is the Sigil, legendary Sigil. I have equipped this to, who is this? Superior. Now I see affinity power 0. Superior has no affinity power to this Sigil, but I gave it to her for some reasons I will explain in a later video, not today. Now this Sigil, if I go down, look at heroes here and the affinity power to this Sigil. Number 1 is Arcade. Arcade affinity power to this Sigil is 2. That's why I have seen 2 under Arcade. That means if I give this Sigil to Arcade, the first 2 sub packs will be what? Will be unlocked. Do you understand? I gave it to Maria. It is to Superior. It is showing 0. That means no sub peg is open to Superior. She's only making use of what? The main peg. 100% critical 0. Do you understand? Always look at that when you want to give an artifact to a hero. So I will end this lesson here, and then tomorrow we'll continue.